Sports. On the banks of the Mississippi River, home to the king of rock and roll and also the Memphis Tigers, where the fans have moved the party from Beale Street and are ready for kickoff. And this is the kind of game college football fans love, because they don't have to wait for the weekend for this Conference USA showdown. As we'll see, the UCF Knights taking on the 23rd ranked team in the land, the Memphis Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Knights will kick it away to start us off. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. So the Memphis Tigers offense will have plenty of work to do after that return was bottled up. And here comes the quarterback, and one thing you know for sure, with this team, as he goes, so goes the offense.
And he's a big-time talent, Reese. This guy can hurt you in a multitude of ways, throwing and running the football. He's going to have to be dialed in, though, because this defense is going to give him a lot of different looks. It's really important mentally this QB is on his game.
I love early in a game getting my quarterback in a rhythm. Coming out, short passes, easy completions. Now we're getting in a good spot.
Looking to pass on second down. He's going to take off. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely.
It's so nice to be an offense on second down in short yardage situations. Why? I can take shots. If I want to, I can just act like I'm going to run to try to get the first down, take a deep shot down the field. I can run the football. The whole playbook is open to my disposal.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. So he gets stuffed on first down, and now you have the offensive coordinator thinking a little bit.
Yeah, we're probably going to have to throw it now in this second play. But what are we going to see defensively? Now that they know we're throwing, might they blitz us? Do I have to leave more guys in to block? There's a real cat-and-mouse game going on right now between these two coaching staffs.
He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide. These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. From the 45. They go to the ground. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And what you talk about on defense is speed, is penetration, getting in the backfield, making something happen. And you could tell they got in there so quick. The offense couldn't recover, couldn't do anything with them. Nice job getting the tackle for loss.
And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. So UCF's offense has its first opportunity of the day. Here are our impact players for this game, and it goes beyond executing an assignment to make an impact in the game.
Yeah, obviously we were talking to both coaching staffs this week, and we asked them who needs to step up and play well. They immediately pointed to these guys right here. They are the key for their respective teams.
Yeah, and they don't always show up in the box score, but these are the guys that are the leaders. These are the guys getting everybody organized and have to play well for their team to succeed.
Well, when you're running the curl route against zone coverage as a QB, you know you've got to get the receiver the ball quickly. This quarterback has a cannon for an arm. He showed you on that last throw, and the offense picks up the first down.
The Knights will hustle to the line. Dialing up a second down pass play. Got it! Touchdown, UCF! And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call. Well, I'm not sure who was closer to the receiver there, the defensive backs or us here in the booth.
That was great execution on offense. Receiver wins the route one-on-one, shows off his speed, gets himself wide open. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that one. Nice job.
Slips through the line, out of bounds at the 34. A productive job by the return team. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think...
And the freshman will chalk up a sack.
And this defense gets the first sack. And listen, it is so important to hit the QB, to affect the QB. Last week only had 2 sacks for this defense. They got to continue to put pressure and get that guy to the ground.
He wants to throw here on second down. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
You know, it's going to be so important for this offense to get better up front protecting and try to give this quarterback a pocket to throw from, because David, right now in that last play, he had no chance.
Yeah, in step one, in stopping.
And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack. Memphis will be forced to punt. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Hauls it in at the 40. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? Jesse, a very productive drive last time wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. We'll see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
Here's a quick throw out to the left. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Going to work on second down in the red zone, is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Makes the grab down the middle. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still just a very short gain. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. The aerial assault continues. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. And on fourth down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. The kicker will reach for a 36-yard attempt. And the kicker delivers the 3-ball to finish off the drive. And now the lead is extended a little further. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Tulane is trailing right now, but it's only a couple of points. That quarterback just needs to show the poise of a young Sean King, and they are right back in this. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to UTEP. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on second and 4. They'll try the run. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
They'll try to run for it. Shakes off the defender. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down.
Really nice job on third down by this offense. This offense has struggled on third downs throughout the season. Not even in the top 50, but you know what? When you make it third and short, when you have the run-pass option and you're not predictable, you can be more successful. So let's see if this offense can continue to put themselves in good position.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Second and 10 here. They'll go to the ground. A 6-yard pickup that leaves them with third and 4.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and UCF has the lead. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. A couple of yards short of the first down in your own territory, but they are going to go for it on 4th. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. They give you 4 downs for a reason, and this offense decides to use every one of them.
Hey, if I had a back like that and I had this offensive line, man, I would do it too. I wouldn't even think twice about it. Roll the dice, give your guys an opportunity to go make a play, and they do.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the...
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
They'll run it. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays, but sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well, but if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just...
And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback. Memphis will send the punt team onto the field. A low line drive and not his best work. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work.
They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one...
And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack.
You're not going to win a lot of games if you can't protect your quarterback. In their last game, they got sacked 4 times, lost the game. So far in this one, they're having difficulty again. These guys up front have got to do a better job of communicating and giving their QB time.
Picks up just a few before he's brought down. Not really willing to take a risk there on 3rd and long. The Knights will punt it away on 4th down. They'll look to pin him deep.
He will signal for the fair catch and take it just...
Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. Their drive chart is starting to look... Just punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of there, you-know-what.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something. The ball pop out and fall to the ground.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. Memphis will be forced to punt.
Well, what that punt lacked in height, it made up for by being short.
He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a 1st down. The Knights racing to the line in the hurry-up. They'll throw it on 1st down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's John. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup. Got some of the work done on 1st. Now let's see what they have on 2nd down. From the gun, the running back looking for room. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Now facing a 3rd and long. They'll go right back to him. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the 1st down. The Knights are marching down the field.
That has got to feel good if you're this offense picking up that 1st down by running it, because we know the struggles they've had this season, particularly on 3rd down. So to come out here, run the ball, keep the drive alive, let's see if they can generate a little bit of momentum.
From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Squeezes out a couple of yards down to the 32. It's 3rd down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. Looking to throw for it. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. As we reach the 2-minute warning, they'll need to try to get a stop to keep this thing from getting out of hand. The Knights send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Make sure that there's not going to be a return on this when ball's out of bounds, and I think they'll mark it right around the 25. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. Running out of time here in the 1st half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this drive. You're down in the game. There's obviously a lot of football left, David, but on this drive, in this 2-minute situation, the best players got to touch the ball.
And this could get into pressing mode, right? Like you go into the half down a couple of scores, it starts to, the pressure really mounts. Good opportunity to take some of that pressure off, get some momentum, energize this squad going into halftime.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw.
And he's down at the 41. That's a 1st down.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. Up-tempo for the offense. On 2nd down, they'll take to the air. He'll pull it down and run. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
It's tough on the defense there. 3rd down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be 2nd down.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket. Nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this 1st down.
Trying to get to him. Safe completion on the screen. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the 1st down. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. Quarterback checking off. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Bought a little time, lets it go. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
Unfortunately, with that incompletion, the quarterback and his intended target not on the same page.
This offense has a 2nd down play. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. Pressure coming. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Off the play fake. Using his legs to buy some time. Trying to get rid of it. Has no choice but to throw it away, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Nice job by the defense there, mixing up their look there. 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage, so everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
He tries to take the top off. Downfield and incomplete. The defense holds.
Man, that is just a great job on defense there on 4th down, making a play on the ball in the air. Everybody had their eyes on the quarterback, but having great timing, swatting the ball away and doing it cleanly. No PI, and as a result, that defense has earned a rest. They're coming off the field.
That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Thanks, fellas. The end of a very intriguing first 2 quarters of football in Memphis.
Memphis about to boot it away to start the 2nd half. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? They start this 3rd quarter with the lead, but they might want to think about shoring up that protection.
Yeah, the good news is you're leading on the scoreboard.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. What can they pull out of the playbook here on 2nd and long from the 17?
And I think this team knew going into halftime trailing, their defense was going to have to step up here in the 2nd half. And on the very first play of the 3rd quarter, they get a sack. That is good news for this defense.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Complete on 3rd down. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the 1st down marker. The Knights line up to punt it away. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. And in a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is magnified.
And I think more than anything, it just gets frustrating. And you got to put that behind you. You got to see what this defense has been doing to be so successful. Palmer, now use it against them.
Yeah, David, I think for a play caller, this is tough, right? It's like you have to have the...
Makes the catch on the left. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
The receiver was doubled, and they picked it off. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. Offense set on first down. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. Got to be smart, patient, great vision. Uses all of that to get to the 29. The Knights headed quickly to the line. On second down, wants to throw. Coming after him. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. They'll try to muscle their way forward on third and short from the 29. Leaves it with the running back. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. The Knights decide to punt it away. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and every possession seems like it could switch the momentum of the game.
Yeah, Reese, for this offense, just feels like they just haven't been as physical. And for this offensive coordinator, David, he's having to go deep into the playbook just to try to generate a first down.
Well, and the good thing is there's not...
Going downfield for the big play. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge game if he could have held on. They've already punted 4 times in this game, and they're about to run the guy out there for a 5th time if they don't pick up the first down here. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on third down.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
I'm not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
Trying to show their strength with the run on 4th down.
4th and short, a lot of times you know what's coming. I know what's coming. Who's going to be more physical? They give it to the running back. O-line does their job. Nice pickup on 4th and short.
The pull and throw off the RPO. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. They've done a really good job creating the matchups they want out of the slot.
Yeah, dude, get that guy matched up on a linebacker. That guy matched up on a safety. Keep him away from the corners by putting him in the slot. Get him the football. Let him make plays.
He's got it. They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down.
Well, it's important in this game this offense gets the running back involved out in the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
Fires to the big fella. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. In search of their first touchdown of the game, they are on the move with a 1st and 10. They keep attacking through the air. Moves around to clear up the vision. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
And you didn't have a lot of panic in the first half, but man, you're starting to get now in the second half, and this offense just has really, really struggled, underperformed. You know you're a better team, but this offense hasn't shown it. This team hasn't shown it. It's the 3rd quarter. They got to get it going now.
And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Past the 25. And they will score! Touchdown, Tigers!
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. After giving up that last touchdown, they still got the lead, but now feeling a little bit of pressure to answer with one of their own, David.
And it gets a little bit tight. Listen, we're getting later in the ball game. This offense punted last time. They got to find a few plays, Palmer, that they really love here. Steal some momentum back in this ball game.
They do, David, and after watching their defense just get gashed down the field that last drive, the dream drive for this offense would be to matriculate the ball down the field, eat up some clock, and finish it off with a touchdown.
Makes the grab on the left. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. The Knights come to the line in the hurry-up. Quarterback on the keeper. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35.
Quarterbacks like this are what makes college football so special today. It seems like we see these unbelievably athletic quarterbacks all across the country, week in and week out, making plays like this. Guys that are true dual threats that can hurt you not only throwing it, but can hurt you running it as well.
And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
They've got it at the 41, third and short, trying to keep the chains moving. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. And that defense doesn't allow a cutback, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain. The Knights will bring the punt team onto the field. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. He's able to pick his way for just a bit, but he'll be stopped at the 18. Good job by the punt team. Memphis has the ball back, and the offense ready to go to work. They took it down the field for a touchdown the last time they had it, and now an opportunity to take the lead in this football game.
So they got to be feeling it.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. What can they pull out of the playbook here on 2nd and long from the 17? Pulls it and fires to the left. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Makes the grab. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves open.
Here's the handoff. Finally pulled down, but not before. Moving the chains for a first down.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
Chucked it away just as he was hit. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense, or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
Clock is under 4 minutes as they come to the line for second down. He'll toss it. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Fires to the wideout. And it's picked off. Didn't get a ton on the return, but the... He got the ball, and they've got it at the 48.
And that just kind of caps off this day. It's been a day with not a lot of rhythm, not a lot of timing, not a lot of guys on the same page, and they weren't right there, and the quarterback throws an INT, and this one is not looking good.
And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
Looking to throw on second down. And it's intercepted. A huge fourth quarter play for this defense. Got some room to run. And with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown, Memphis.
How about that play by this defense? The offense trying to salt the game away with the lead. Defense makes the biggest play of the ball game, getting the pick, finding the end zone, and taking the lead late in this ball game.
And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the fourth. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Rutgers is just getting blown off the field right now there in Jersey, and at this rate, I'm not sure this won't get worse. They're trailing by 19 to Louisiana Tech. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The Knights want to crank the tempo.
Excellent throw by the quarterback. Found the window between the zones and then delivered the ball on time.
Unloads to the wideout. Wide open downfield. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. Late hit on the quarterback gives this offense a free first down and some yardage. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He's going to pass. The freshman able to get home with the sack. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and the defense needs to come up with a stop to close this thing out. That sack gets this offense behind the chains. It's second down. He's looking to throw. He's got his man. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Still plenty of time for this offense, but this probably their final drive, under 2 minutes to play. Looking deep, and he pulls it in inside the 15-yard line. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. From the red zone, it's John. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. He's got it again. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
Well, this is very interesting because now down here in the red zone, you know it's not going to be easy throwing it because the windows are small. Can they run the ball against the best run defense in the entire nation? This is as big a challenge as you're going to find offensively.
Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted.
When you're down late in the game, you got to make plays. It's really tough not to force the football. You can tell quarterback forces the football. Defense comes up with a huge interception.
So after stumbling around a bit earlier this season, they've put together 3 consecutive wins and seem to have righted the ship.
Dang right. How do you handle adversity? Every coach talks about that. They dealt with it now. They got the loss. They had a little bit of struggle early in the season. What do? You respond by putting a winning streak together, gaining some momentum as the season closes.
And sometimes the good thing about